Welcome to your Online Strength Coach podcast, episode 21. How about them ADIPOWERS? Hey, how's it going? Welcome to episode 21. As usual, on a Monday, I'm recording Tuesday's episode straight after Monday's episode, as you'll no doubt know by now. And so it's still the 20th of the 7th. But you will be listening to this, hopefully, if you're still alive. And hope you're still alive, all 21 of you, because I can't really afford to lose any of you glorious bastards. The 21st of the 7th, 2015, Tuesday. Hope you had a good sleep on Monday and you're ready to attack Tuesday morning. This might be coming out on Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. We'll see when I get to my computer to get this shit out. Just a little sidetrack before we start talking about the episode. I've got myself some logos made for OnlineStrengthCoach.com. You will be seeing the current favourite of the bunch. I've sourced out a couple more, so this might not be the final logo. So give us a shout. Let me know what you think about this logo. We'll see. I'm not entirely sold on it just yet, but I would like to see what you guys think. First and foremost, the preliminary Splash website is up, so give us a shout and let me know what you think. It's www.onlinestrengthcoach.com. It's up. It's just a shell of a website just now, but we're working in the background to get some content up in place. If you're wondering what Online Strength Coach is going to be, this might be a little opportunity, 21 podcasts in, to actually let you know what the kind of general thrust is behind the website. It's going to be a membership website, so it'll be, I haven't decided on a monthly rate yet, but it'll be a monthly rate that you pay to the website. In exchange for this, you will join a group of members who will get group coaching from myself and quite possibly Ben Torman as well. We will give you a monthly program. It will be personalised to you based off your goals and what you want to do. You will get dietary information as well, so it might not be like an absolutely meal plan by meal plan diet, but you will get like a person based off your goals. You will get dietary information and advice that will help a lot. You'll track your training with us. We'll track your body weight. We'll track your body comp measures. Can't do body fat really without calipers, but we'll enter the process with that. And it's generally basically online coaching is what you're going to get from OnlineStrengthCoach.com, and you'll get an absolutely outstanding service compared to what you would get online for what will be a fairly reasonable sum as of yet on the side. I'm playing around with numbers in my head, but all will be revealed as we go. So have a little look at the website and let me know what you think. Holler back at you, boy. Right, so I've been on the bodybuilding.com forums again because you guys don't ask questions quick enough, or I've done such a good job of answering your questions you don't have any more, or I've bored you all to fucking death and you don't want to ask any more questions. All of these aside, this comes from the Strength Power Lifting forums from bodybuilding.com. The user is K Peace Out By. It's a pretty decent username. March 2015 though. Please stay safe. ADIPOWER questions. So all my life I've squatted low bar and a bit wide stance for squatting. But yesterday I tried my first ever heeled squat shoes. I really enjoyed them. That's 5Ls all up in that, really. Enjoyed them as it allowed me to hit depth easily, and seems like I was in the hole. It felt more natural and smooth coming back up. Anyways, I'm looking to buy a pair of the ADIPOWERS. 2 questions. I want the black scarlet grey pair, but on some sites I see their colours are black light scarlet instead of scarlet. Are there 2 different versions of the black red ADIPOWERS? Or some sites just being more descriptive than others? Best prices I can find are Eastbay and Adidas, which I found 15% coupons, so they came out about $140 with shipping and tax. Anyone know of any other hidden deals that have them running cheaper? Okay, so I probably should have read this question because it's pretty shit, but we'll answer it anyway. I want the black scarlet. What the fuck? Yeah. Just made me proofread these questions. Oh my word. There's another question on cardio. Let's have a look at that. This is gonna absolutely fuck up. Cardio. I hear a lot of negative thing about cardio as a power lifter, but I've read studies saying cardio improves recovery and protein synthesis. So what are your options? Who does cardio? I don't really do any outside training, but I do a lot of high rep work for assistants and extra workouts. That definitely counts as powerlifting. Or it counts as cardio. It doesn't count as cardio. This is NSDPL from the same forums. So we'll answer this one. This is real simple. Cardiovascular work for powerlifting is quite a good idea. Let's be first and foremost, it's going to absolutely have fucking zero effect on your actual platform performance, like directly. Doing some kind of lower level cardiovascular training is not, and I repeat, is not going to make you stronger. And if you need help recovering from a single attempt and then watching a whole flight of guys go after you, where you get like 10 minutes of rest, then God help you. Cardio is not going to help your problems. Where cardio is going to help though is if you're doing like you do a reasonably high volume program, like a reasonable program where maybe you do 5 sets of 5, 4 sets of 6, whatever the sets and rep scheme is. If you go with sufficient intensity in those sessions, you're going to enter into a little bit of not so much oxygen debt, but you're going to use a lot of energy. You're going to start utilizing glycogenic energy systems. You're going to start accruing lactic acid in your muscles. You're going to start getting tired, basically. Now, if you don't have any cardiovascular base, you don't have any conditioning base, what's going to happen is you're going to be really shit at clearing out those waste products because you're not adapted to it, and you're take a lot longer to recover. An example I'll use, and I'll not name names, and I've used this guy as an example before. Coach lifter, very, very strong. Was doing sets of 10 with like 250, 260 kilos in the squat. Would do a set of 10 reps, disappear. We'd do a set of 10 reps, he'd like mill about, wouldn't really be able to talk to you because he'd too fucked. Open a window, stand by the window, like he'd be there for like 4 or 5 minutes, and anyway, I'd be like talking to someone, doing whatever, and I looked around and he's gone. Like, where's he gone? 10 minutes later, he appears, drenched in sweat, kind of face flushed. He went to the toilet to vomit. He did that for 3 sets. That guy was not cardio. You know, if you're listening to this, you know who you are. That guy was not cardiovascularly conditioned, whereas someone of the same strength level who actually engaged in some cardiovascular training. And now we're not talking. We'll actually talk to what you should be doing cardiovascularly after this little spiel. But the same person with a good cardiovascular base will still be like, those were pretty brutally hard sets. Like those were like 73 to 76% of 1 RM. So we're talking less than 10 RM territory, or at least for whatever his previous max was with that load. That's kind of 1 RM territory or 10 RM territory. So each set of that's going to be real difficult. It's probably like if you're going to RP it, they're probably 9 out of 10 RPEs on the first set of a 3-set workout. So it's a tough workout. There's no two ways about it. But if the guy was fitter, he wouldn't have to go be sick for one after the set, because he's getting so much lactic acid build up within him because he's working to that level. He's just got to go and vomit. Don't know if you ever ran yourself to the point or exercised to the point where you've chucked, but it's basically you get to that point of like metabolic waste build up. I'm probably absolutely butchering the science behind this, so if anyone's a sports scientist or exercise physiologist, Ian, please feel free to kind of tell me if I'm right or wrong. In fact, I don't even know if they know why people vomit after intense exercise. I should probably do some research on that. But yeah, we see I've put fitter guys through workouts like that quite a lot, and I haven't really seen them puke. And I work with professional sports people, and in my first year of running the strength program, we had a few guys chucking, but they weren't used to training in that sort of intensity and volumes. So it was kind of a bit of a different stimulus for them. But I had a whole bunch of guys doing the same program, and out of a squad of like 45, 46, I had 2 chuckers all year, one of whom was actually insulin. One of whom was actually diabetic. So I think it was probably more due to the fact that he was diabetic, type 2 or type 1 diabetic. I think he was. It was probably more to do with that than it was the actual intensity of the workout. And our guy he's just a fucking hard trainer. So he just squatted himself. He literally squatted till he puked. But yeah, guys. So I've seen fit guys do the exact same kind of intensities. No, they're not lifting the same weights as the R guy, to be fair. But they are like relatively lifting within the same sort of parameters. I think it's a pack of bullshit that the heavier weights that you lift, the more toll it takes on your body. It's not. It probably is true to some extent, but I don't think it scales quite to the level that people think it scales. What I think you get is the guys who tend to do those very heavy weights or those very heavy workouts are in shit condition, so they don't recover from it because they're not fit. Or the other scenario possibly is they're doing things that they possibly shouldn't be doing. You very naughty boys, sort of anabolic agents and our sort of things that actually let people handle loads that their body probably shouldn't be handling. Also, it's also notoriously bad for your conditioning. That sort of tomfoolery. So don't be doing it, you naughty boys. So where a cardiovascular base is going to help is basically in sessions where you're doing multiple sets and reps, you will recover faster definitely. So as a fact, you will recover faster, and you'll probably, like, if you were to do a 6x6 session and you weren't fit, you might give it a 9 out of 10 RPE for the sets and reps, whereas if you're actually a lot fitter, you had some kind of cardiovascular fitness and you had the same level of strength, it might be a 7 to 8 RPE. It's still difficult, but you're not like kind of crawling the floor after a set because you're not getting an oxygen debt from fucking a minute worth of exercise. Even if it is quite difficult exercise, it's not really becoming someone to be able to do that. So there's a very easy thing you can do. So as a lifter, here's some general rules you want to stick by for cardiovascular training. You want to keep the frequency reasonably low. 2 is probably best. Any more than 2, 3, 4, like if you start doing 3, 4 sessions, you're starting to kind of get into the volumes of training where some of the adaptations that are that counteract each other with cardiovascular training and strength training will start colliding. So you'll start kind of blunting your power training, your strength training. You won't get as many gains from it as you possibly would have done if you hadn't done 4 cardio sessions in a week. So we want 2 sessions in that week. So we want a lower frequency. The intensity must be low. This is very important. So you don't want to be doing HIT cardio. You just don't want to do it because what you're doing high intensity training in your weights, which is fine. That's what you want to do as a strength athlete or as a power lifter. You want to get stronger, or a power athlete, you want to get stronger, so you want to put a high intensity of work in. And if you get fatigued from doing your barbell training, your squats, your bench, your deadlifts for your power lifter, or your snatches and your clean and jerks and whatever systems you're doing for your weightlifter, that's perfectly fine. That's what you're there to do, which is awesome. You're not there to get good at doing bike work. You're not there to get good at running. You're not there to get good at WODs unless you're a CrossFitter. So you don't want to be doing high intensity training because it's going to fatigue you. Fatigue you want to stay away from like the plague unless it's specific. So high intensity work, can it? Okay, kind of parlor work, tires, sleds, bullshit. Don't worry about it. All you're doing is you're making your weights workouts harder. Unless you're into a bit of general training and you want to do some cardio because it's cool or whatever, fine. But if you're a strength athlete, high intensity work, no. You can choose any methodology you want. I think running's probably the easiest. If you're under 100 kilos, running's probably the best. You'll get the best cardiac effect from it. You need very little equipment, and you can get a very effective workout done in probably about 20 minutes. If you're a heavier athlete, so over 100 kilos, then I'd probably look to more of an off-feed option. So a bike, a rower, a cycler, a fucking ski erg or something like that. So you basically work off what's called maximal aerobic speed. So you will need to do one kind of harder session. So if you're running, a good test is to run and 1,200 meters, 1.2 kilometers, or 0.7 of a mile as fast as you can. Take your time from that, and that's your maximal aerobic speed. So it could be like 4 meters a second, 4.1 meters a second, whatever. I do have an article on this which I'll link to on this blog. Another test you can do on a rower. So the test should last 5 to 6 minutes. So on a rower, like a 1.5k, 1.2k, or if you're feeling a bit naughty, a 2k kind of row. On a bike, you're probably looking at something more like in a 5k distance. It depends on the bike. Watt bikes are great. Spin bikes are okay. Upright bikes, leisure bikes are meh. But you can get a workout in on it, so it's fine. You can go for 5 minutes and see how far you can go is another option. After that, you want to work at start off at 100% of that pace. You want to work for 30 seconds, and with 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, times 6, say. So that's 6 minutes of work. You take 2 minutes break, and you'll do 3 sets of that. So that'll give you 24 minutes of work. So running, let's do a little bit of math here. Math always dangerous. So let's say you do the 1,200 meter test. You run that in 5 minutes because that's real easy math. So divide that by 300. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. So you ran that 4 meters a second. That's a nice coinky dink, isn't it? So 4 meters a second is your maximal aerobic speed running. So for a 30-second interval, 44 times 30, you'll run 120 meters. So you run 120 meters in 30 seconds. You get a 30-second break when you get to the other end, and you run that 5 times, and that's your first set. You'll do 5 of those. Now let's look at a rowing program as an option. So let's say you're rowing 1,000 meters, and let's say you row that in 4 minutes. So that would be 240. Divide by 240. Divide that by 240 seconds. That gives you a mass rowing of 4.16 meters per second. Now let's say you're rowing for 30 seconds times 30. That's 125 meters of rowing in 30 seconds. 30 seconds off times 5, etc., etc. I hope you get where I'm coming from. So you do 2 of those kinds of sessions. Start at 100%, maybe do 2 weeks 100%, 2 weeks 110%, 1 week or 2 weeks 120%, or you can come up in 5% if you want. A good way of doing it is 100%, 105%, 110%, drop back down or retest if you want, and up your intensity, or drop the volume down. Probably best to retest, to be honest. That's probably the easiest thing. After 6 weeks of work, retest and go again. That sort of work will get you in pretty good aerobic shape. Certainly good enough to lift weights. Real easy program. One that we use in season quite a lot, and we use on the return to play guys quite a lot. Get a lot of bang for, especially the running. The running, you get a lot of work done with very little time. You get a very good aerobic effect out of it. Very useful way of training. Okay, so it's probably ran on a little bit. Let's have a look at the time here. Yeah, we ran on quite a lot there. 19 minutes in. But yeah, probably a topic that maybe doesn't get covered quite so much, so one that hopefully we've done a good job covering. As usual, questions, leave them below in the comment section. Send an email, speedpowerperformance@gmail.com. Please let me know what you think of the new logo, what you think of the new website. It is a work in progress, so anything you like, anything you don't like, please hit me up. Until Wednesday, this is Mark of your Daily Strength Coach Podcast, signing off.